Hello, welcome back to Golden Table Tennis, where we talk about table tennis, analyze players, and make match predictions. Today, I'm gonna talk about the new ranking system introduced by WTT just a few days ago. But first things first, let me show you the ranking of the players after the new adjustment of the ranking system. So, what do you think about the new top 10 list? Are you shocked? Well, I definitely am, because Xu Xin is no longer in the top 10 list. Xu Xin has been pushed out of the top 10 list, so as Lin Gaoyuan. If Xu Xin is no longer in the top 10, then where did he go? Top 20? Oh, that is too much of an overstatement. Let me show you where Xu Xin is on the world rankings. Xu Xin's ranking has dropped all the way down to world rank 81. That's right, world rank 81, not even top 50 in the world. That is ridiculous, right? Considering that Xu Xin has been in the top 10 in the world for more than 10 years, has been performing really stable, and has won a lot of major championships as well as world champion double titles. But right now, because of this new adjusted system, he is ranked 81 in the world. How humiliating is that? Even Truls Moregard managed to reach world number 5, which is absolutely absurd. Now don't get me wrong, Truls is a very good player and I see a huge potential in this youngster. But having said that, I think most of you can agree that world rank number 5 is way too overrated. Truls is good, but he is not so good up to the point where he deserves this world rank number 5 spot. Truls still struggle to beat a lot of players which are world ranked lower than him, especially some of the Chinese players like Xu Yingbing and Xiang Peng, who did not manage to break even the top 50, can defeat Truls Moregard. And most importantly, Wang Chuqing, which currently only have a world rank of 13 in the world, has a winning record against Truls Moregard. I humbly believe that Wang Chuqing deserves the world number 5 spot more than Truls, not just because of the fact that Wang Chuqing has a 2-love winning record against Truls Moregard, but also because we can all agree that Wang Chuqing is definitely the better player, who has potential to defeat even the best in the world like MALONG, Xu Xin, Fan Zhendong, as well as some of China's biggest threats such as Harimoto and Lin Yunru. But regardless, let's take a look at the WTT website and understand why the current ranking system is like this. There's a few primary changes made to the ranking system, and the first one is the removal of initial points. At first, I am not sure what initial points meant, but after looking at the explanation of WTT, it says that the initial points were adding a fixed number of points to the best 8 results gained. After reading this explanation, I am still unclear of what the best 8 results gained supposed to mean. Does it mean the top 8 highest ranking player in the world, or the top 8 best results gained due to playing a lot of tournaments and earning a lot of ranking points due to participation and progressing far into the tournament. If my interpretation is correct, I think initial points are the points gained by the players in the past. Maybe some of the results and some of the ranking points they gained were back in 2019, 2018. Yeah, and all these points right now are completely eliminated and taken away, and all the players' rankings have to start from zero. I think that is what they meant by initial points. This explains why Xu Xin's ranking is so low, because Xu Xin hasn't really participated in a lot of tournaments at the end of 2021 and during 2022. The only two tournaments that Xu Xin participated during this span of time is the WTT Macau Open 2022 and WTT Singapore Smash 2022. Xu Xin was basically absent from most of the tournaments, including last year's World Championships and last year's WTT Cup Finals. Just to let you guys know that the WTT Macau Open 2022 does not give out ranking points. Even for the champion Wang Chuqing, he will not earn a single ranking point for winning the tournament. As for Xu Xin, who reached the quarterfinals, he would also not be rewarded with any sort of ranking points. During the WTT Singapore Smash, Xu Xin was eliminated very early in the round of 16, losing 2-3 to Patrick Franziska. An early exit will mean that Xu Xin would not be able to earn a lot of ranking points. If you take a closer look at the new top 10 ranking list, you will notice that most of the players here have been actively participating in a lot of tournaments in recent months. For example, Quadri Aruna, Hugo Calderano, Truls Moregard, Darko Jogic. All of these players have been really active on the World Tour within these few months. Except for Fan Zhendong and MALONG, who only participated in the WTT Singapore Smash. But because they made it all the way to the finals, therefore they are able to maintain a higher ranking even though they lack participation compared to the rest of the players in the top 10. I would say that this new top 10 list is not a reflection of the true level and ability of a player, but more of the participation rate of the player. Most of these players only manage to break into the top 10 due to high participation rate, and this isn't a fair and accurate adjustment and measurement of the players in my opinion. But to be fair, this ranking system has only been introduced a few days ago and there were no tournaments held during this period. So I'm really hope to see a change in the top 10 list in the future where more tournaments have been played and more of the potential players like Harimoto, Lin Gaoyuan continue to join these tournaments, and we will see a better and much more accurate top 10 list, because the current top 10 list is absolutely 100% inaccurate. The second primary change in the new ranking system is the extension of the validity of all points gained during 2021 senior events. Now this change explains why Truls Moregard was able to become world rank number 5 in the world, because Truls Moregard participated in most of the tournaments in 2021 and 2022. And let's not forget that he managed to reach the final of the World Championships, only losing to Fan Zhendong and earning a silver medal. I believe that is the main reason why he was able to gain so much ranking points, which potentially pushed him all the way up to the world rank number 5. Do you see what I mean? This new ranking system is only a reflection of the participation rate of the players and not the true potential of the players. If WTT goes on with this kind of ranking system, how are we still able to trust the ranking system in the future? It does not show the true data. A lot of table tennis fans are speculating that WTT constantly changed the rules to make European players seem stronger, because let's face it, no matter how hard the European players train, they will still not be able to be as good as the Chinese players, and I'm sure the managers of WTT acknowledges this fact. Therefore, they want to change and manipulate the ranking system in order to make the European players seem stronger and the Chinese players seem weaker. But this is not fooling anyone, as we table tennis fans are not dumb as well. We have been watching table tennis for so many years now, and we know the true level of Chinese. Even some of the time, Adam Bobrow, the commentator of WTT, he admits that the rankings is not accurate, especially towards the Chinese, because a world rank 200 Chinese can beat a top 10 European player. The only reason why they are so ranked so low in the world is due to the lack of participation. But if they participate more, they can potentially break into the top 20 and even the top 10 in the world. So this manipulated world rankings is not fooling anyone. This also isn't the first time that WTT changed the ranking. Back in a few years ago, they changed the ranking system in a way that encourages participation rate. Meaning to say that if you are absent from one tournament, then you will lose a lot of ranking points. You know, for the Chinese, they don't really like to participate in smaller tournaments. They only like to participate in bigger and more major tournaments, because we all know the Chinese training is very intense. They train 8 hours a day. They do a lot of multi-ball training. Their training is based on speed, agility, strength. So it's really intense, and the Chinese cannot really keep up if they participate in too many tournaments. That's why they sit down in a lot of the smaller tournaments. But a lot of the European players are able to participate in these tournaments because their training are less intense than the Chinese. Therefore, they have an advantage with the new ranking system, because the new ranking system supports participation rather than reflect the true skill of a player. The only primary change that I can agree with is the third one, where there is a restriction of the number of youth events counting towards the senior rankings. I highly agree with this one, because currently the youths are able to earn senior ranking points just by participating in the youth tournaments. How is this fair? They are not supposed to earn senior rankings if they just participate in youth events, because these are two separated events. And the fact that we must all know that the senior events are always more challenging and more difficult compared to the youth events. So it is really unfair that they are able to earn the senior rankings just by playing the youth events. Being able to rank number 1 in the youth ranking doesn't mean that you're going to be able to perform as well in the senior rankings, because despite being world rank number 1 in the youth rankings, you might not even make it to the top 100 in the senior rankings. But overall, I am still not satisfied with how WTT changed the rules. Not only do they change the rules so often within a short period amount of time, they also change it in a way where it's very unfair to the good players because it only supports participation. I don't know, I could be wrong. What do you guys think about the new ranking system? Do you like it? Do you agree with it? Comment down below and tell me your thoughts. I would like to hear what others have to say about the new ranking system. And with that being said, I would like to end today's video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.